for summer outfits. How is that a bee in my AC unit? Nope, that's piece of plastic. We're good. We're fine. Hello. Oh, I am still ghostly pale. That's good. Hello, and welcome back to my channel. I'm your human host, Gabby. You can find me everywhere online as Gabbigales, and I have a yarn dyeing. I dye yarn for a living, and you can find that at Plies and Hellhounds. I don't know what that intro was. It is a bajillion and a half degrees outside. I had the AC running on fan to try and keep the noise down a little bit. It might be a little echoey because we are in the still largest room of my house. Hi, welcome to like the first official video in the house. I have house now. I have a house. Somebody commented in the last video of setting up my craft room, which is upstairs, which is sweltering right now, about summer sewing patterns. And I thought this week would be a really good week to go over some sewing patterns that I enjoy for the summer, that I've worn literally to death in the summer, and a little bit of like what I want to sew. Some of the things that I do want to sew, I went over in my going through my fabric stash video, which came out a couple months ago when I was essentially packing up my fabric stash to move. I will link that somewhere over here. I don't know. It goes up somewhere. But I'm going to grab some knitting, and I have some iced coffee. Let's talk about summer sewing patterns. All right. I don't have a ton of patterns to talk about. I think I have maybe 6 or 7. 6? 5 or 6? I don't know. I feel like I wear the same 5 things in the summers. Lately this summer, it's just been like weird jean. It's been, this summer has not been the vibe. I mean, it's been great. It's just been hot, and because we've been working a lot on the house, it's not like the aesthetic that I want to go for. We're more like suburban dad meets dinosaur wrangler meets sweat gremlin, because it's a billion degrees out. And we've been working in the basement a lot, which is going to be my dye studio and the future like full HQ for Plies and Hellhounds. And we're trying to get the dye studio up and running because we don't have an exhaust fan in our kitchen yet. So that is a thing. I am going off on a huge tangent. Hold on, let me get my yarn situated. I am working on my half and half wrap by Pearl Soho out of Lady of Shalott on my Marie Cutie base. I just need some mindless knits right now. I'm going to talk about bottoms first, and then we'll go into full body. I don't really have any tops to talk about, but I just wear like knit tops or t-shirts in the summer. I do want to sew a couple shirts. Mostly, I just want to be Rachel Maxey's like Edwardian Victorian underwear reel TikTok thing. That's what I want. That's the vibe that I want this summer. I just want to be like a gothic hobbit cottage witch. That's what I want to be this summer. And I am just a sweat gremlin instead. Anyway, summer knits. My go-to. The thing I wear the most is a pencil skirt by Knits for Pirates. No. A knit pencil skirt by Patterns for Pirates. I'm wearing one right now. I have another one. I've made a velvet one. I love this thing. I think it's a free pattern. Everything will be linked down below. It's got sizes it's got sizes double extra small to triple extra large, with measurements from like 23.5 inches to 55 inches, 50 inches, I think. But it's a very easy pattern to grade up or down depending on what you need to do, and it uses just 3 pieces. It's amazing. There's no elastic. You just need your knit fabric and a sewing machine. A regular sewing machine, a serger, whatever. Sorry, I keep seeing paint spots on our ceiling and thinking they're spiders. It's just paint. It's just paint. That is like my go-to summer thing. I love it. I will always love it, I think. They're just so comfy. They're easy to throw on. You can pair them with tights in the fall. I wear them with crop tops. I wear them with button-ups. I wear them with t-shirts. Anything. I have 2 Mount Pleasant tops, which is what I'm wearing right now. But any Samantha Guerin design summer tee, perfection. Love this. Go-to. The next skirt I wear all the time. I love it to death. Again, you've seen me in it 1.5 billion times. The Fantail skirt by Scroop patterns. I really want to make a long version of that for the summer. I don't know what it is, but like wearing maxi skirts and dresses in the summer, immaculate. It's amazing. It's just all I want. It's all I want to do. I just have like a linen rectangle skirt that I've worn so many times because it's so easy to throw on. A guy matched it with crop tops, with knit tops, with I've recently been wearing my Regency chemise as a shirt to match with that. Like literally just wearing Regency underwear around the house because they're linen and it's cool. And yeah, I wanna make a long version. I have the modern version in that the plaid and a black. I have not worn the black. It's just been that's a thick material, so I can't wear that in the summer. But the plaid version on like the 2 days where I wasn't painting or spackling or sweeping or bleaching or staining or mowing the lawn, I've reached for that. So it's just so good. It's just such a good skirt. It looks complicated. It's not. There's pleats, and that's like the most like there's an invisible zipper and pleats. And I think those are like the hardest things to do. The only downside is I don't know how to put pockets in it. I also don't know how to put pockets on, well, I know how to put pockets on the pencil skirt, but it's not a skirt that lends itself to pockets. The Fantail skirt, there's no direct side seam, so you have to like make the pocket over the 2 sides. And I just haven't gotten around to doing that or figuring it out or playing around with it. So downside to both of those, there's no pockets. But that just means you can carry a picnic basket with you, which I feel like really goes into like the vibe that I want to do. The next bottom, I wanted to find shorts. I really did. I don't have a pair of shorts that I really like for the summer. I've been wearing just like a pair of black jean shorts I got at Target and a pair of green shorts that I got at like a basically like Goodwill fundraiser for like $3. Chef's kiss. But they're not, neither of them are high-waisted. So I'm trying to find a nice high-waisted short pattern. That's what I want. That's what I want to wear. I found one on Etsy. I have not tried it. It's not like from a Big Five or any of the other like big name indie patterns that I feel like have been floating around, like Deer and Doe, Scroop, Colette, Sew Over It, Tilly the Bun, like those big names. So I don't know. I know the Lander pants short has been thrown around. I did make a pair at one point in my sewing journey, but it was not the right size. I could barely fit into them, so I never wore them, and then they busted at the seams like immediately. I really want to find one. I just want to be like, I'm reaching my peak suburban dad at this moment. I've learned how to fix tractors. I'm in charge of mowing the lawn. We're doing flower gardens next year. This is a rambly video, so I don't have any patterns that like I want to be able to recommend because I haven't made any that I've been happy with. So the last bottoms pattern is just a big rectangle skirt. Just 2 giant rectangles with a waistband. You can make it buttons, you can put elastic on it. It's good. It's flowy, it's cool. I feel like a peasant running through a field. I just want big flowy dresses. I just want to be a Tudor farmhouse. I just want to be on a Tudor farm. That's it. Full body. I have a couple. You've seen them a billion times as well. The first one, I don't currently have this dress anymore. I wore it so often that it went completely see-through, and I didn't know until I tried to put it on in Nashville, and Jake said, you can see everything. So I had to retire that dress. And that is the Butterick 6351. I did version B, which is here. It's got pockets. It's got this tulip back. It's got a waistband skirt. I have the pattern sizes 6 to 22, so a 30-inch chest to a 44-inch chest. Okay, so it's not like the largest scale of patterns. But I made this out of a floral on black fabric, cotton fabric, lightweight that I got at Affordable Fabrics. I loved it. I loved it to death. It was tricky to do because it was hard to like picture how the tulip back was gonna go, and I remember getting into a fight with the elastic waistband in the back, but that might have just been me because you know I'm terrible at reading directions. I wore that thing to death. I wore it all year round. You could put sweaters over it, you could do cardigans over it, you can do tights under it, you could wear it as is. It was sleeveless, you could make it short or long. It was amazing. I missed that dress every single day. It had pockets already in the pattern. It was amazing. It was amazing. I need to make that dress again. I really do. I don't have a fabric picked out, but I really need that dress again. I wore it to literally to death. So good. So I think if you're like a adventurous beginner, yeah, I don't know. I want to say an adventurous beginner. I feel like I did that pretty early on in like my sewing pattern journey. I don't remember what year I made that. I'm sure someone will tell me. It was so good. It was such a good summer. The second summer dress that I wore and will continue to wear when I make more of them is the York Pinafore. I love that thing. It's meant to be worn with a top underneath. I usually do a crop top, like a t-shirt, or Mount Pleasant, or Salty Air, or a Pine Creek, or anything. On super hot days, I have been known to just throw on like a rippled bralette or just like a bralette and wear as that, just around the house kind of thing. You could make the neckline a little bit higher so you could wear it, but I am also just... So there's nothing that can come flying out. If you're larger chested, a tank top underneath, great. I love it. And Helen's Closet is amazing with patterns. It's super easy, definitely beginner friendly. It's got like 3 modifications for pockets in the pattern. Just chef's kiss. So good. I have one currently made. I'm gonna add some side panels just so it's a little bit roomier and more comfortable to wear. Like I can wear it, but I just can't like move in it. And it's not the most comfortable thing. So I need to make it more comfortable so I do wear it. I also have to find it. I think it's in my sewing stuff. I don't remember. I know I have the fabric to add to it. I just need to find the dress itself. I love that thing. I spent like 20 minutes just looking at Helen's Closet patterns. Ugh, they're so good. She also has the Winslow culottes, which can be turned into shorts. But I'm not sure how I feel about like super flowy shorts right now in my life, so. But I've heard very good things about that pattern for like beginning shorts because they are very forgiving with the style of them. I don't have any tops that I want to sew. Most of my summer tops are knitting or like t-shirts. I guess the crop tops that I made are technically sewing, but there's like self-drafted from a shirt that I bought from Target. I have been looking through my Pinterest and just sort of perusing outfit ideas. I think I really need to just pick like 2 outfits and find the patterns for them and go from there. I did find one for the floral fabric that I talked about in the fabric cleaning, organizing video to make like a matching suit out of this floral silky fabric, the V1961 by Simplicity. It's one of their Vogue patterns. I think it's one of those retro patterns. I I think that would be perfect for that set. And then, you know, just see what other things. I know I have like a mustard yellow linen blend, and like I've got ideas for some of the tutor gowns that I have up in the craft room, which I think would work perfectly for these ideas that I have going on. I know tops are a thing that I'm struggling with figuring out right now because I don't know what I want. Do I want to sew them? Do I want to thrift them? Do I want to knit them? I don't know. I have no idea. So yeah, that is, you know, this year is just going to be sweaty gremlin summer, and I have so many ideas brewing about what I want to be making and like where I want my style to be going. I just need to sit down and work on it and get my machine serviced and go from there. I hope this video was not too rambly or off topic or just nothing, you know. I hope you had fun. I have so many ideas going on with what I want to do with this channel right now. I'm not knitting as much in this moment. It's just not been the de-stressor that I'm leaning towards. I am still working on a couple projects that I do need to finish, but they are not what my brain is craving in knit projects at this time. I've been getting a lot of work done on this because it's what I can work on down in the temporary dye dungeon while we get the actual dye dungeon set up. The setup right now does not lend itself to lace, which is what I need to finish for a couple things. And yeah, like there's around the house projects that like I really want to do and share with you guys if you'd be interested in that. If you would rather me keep them separate, I am open to that, either just doing completely separate videos or doing like a variety channel situation and really just keeping it very separate from the crafting. Most of it is like crafting though. Like I really want to make cute outlet covers. So it is crafting, it's just not fiber arts. Crafting. Most of the like decorating and stuff is finished in the main part of the house. So I have the one vlog for everything, which I put up when after we moved in. So like it's not going to be videos of like how I decorated my living room. Like that's already happening or happened. Let me know what you want to see or your favorite summer sewing patterns, especially shirts, because I don't have any of those to share with you. All right, I'm at the end of my row. I'm also at the end of ideas I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If this was something that you want to see more of, like my go-to summer knits, anything like that, let me know. I can put that together too. I'm hoping I can get back into like a crafting mojo that I had before. I think once we get the dye studio kind of settled in, it's going to be a lot easier for me to have more of that time crafting on things instead of working on that until I go to bed, essentially, which was what I did last night. So with that, thank you so much for watching and joining us here. If you want to see more videos like this, feel free to subscribe. We put out videos almost every Saturday. And a big ol' thank you to my Patreon members who, if you would like to join, get an extra weekly chat every Friday night and are getting a little bit more behind the scenes into how we are doing the dye studio, what we're doing, up-to-date stuff on that. And you also get like behind the scenes of running a small yarn business. So with that, thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you soon. Goodbye.